Well, hello friends, Coach Bob with you today, and today we're going to be doing the long-awaited review of the Arai XD-4 helmet. You know, this is an adventure helmet. It's not really a touring helmet, but will it work for a touring helmet? It will, and it is super, super nice. But as with any helmet, no helmet is perfect. There just isn't. If I could only have one helmet, it would be my Shoei GT Air. I think that all around, that helmet is the best. But there are things that this helmet does better than that helmet, and it's not really debatable. And this helmet appears to be winning me over, something I didn't expect, because honestly I wasn't that blown away with it out of the box. If I sound a little raspy today, I apologize. I don't know where those old throat frogs come from, but they're around, so what's a guy to do? I basically have 9 items, you know, 5 of them positive, 4 of them negative. I don't want you to think that I'm just going, man, the Arai is just the greatest thing since sliced bread and it does nothing wrong, it does everything right, because that's just not the case. And when I reviewed my Shoei GT Air and the Shoei Neotech, it was the same way. No helmet does everything. So let's get going with the first thing. We'll go 1 positive, 1 negative, 1 positive, 1 negative. Do it like that. All right. So the first thing you will notice when you get an Arai XD-4 that is absolutely superlative is the fit and finish. Man, the fit and finish is just, it's just out of this world. Everything on this helmet is quality. It looks great. It's a beautiful helmet. The cushions are a very high density foam. I have friends, well, they wore the same helmet for almost 10 years, and you know you're not supposed to do that, but there was no real compression of the padding inside of the helmet. It really is a high quality helmet. The paint on it, the finish on it is beautiful. Everything about the helmet reeks of quality. It just does, and it should, because of the bad point, which is number 2. All right, well, we've been doing a little exploring on the old Tiger here today. Figured we'd talk a little bit about the bad things on the Arai XD-4. There ain't a whole lot of them, I'll tell you that. I'm gonna stop here and put an off-road here. Bada bing. Turn on the map. Here we go. All right. Ooh, yes, sir. If you're gonna get the back tire a little bit loose, you gotta have it in off-road mode. Anyway. Woo-hoo, yes, sir. Anyway, so the Arai XD-4, so is there anything negative about it? Well, you know, yes, there is. The first thing is the price. Man, the price, it's just too much. It just is. You know, I don't think there's any reason at this point for helmets to be $800-900 bucks, but they are. You do get what you pay for, and I know that, but man, it seems like, man, 800 bucks, 700 bucks, it's a lot for a helmet. Now, I have several expensive helmets, as you know, and I don't flinch a lot about buying these things, but Coach Vic constantly reminds me, you know, about, you know, Bob, you're spending an awful lot on these helmets, and there are other options out there that are for less. You are getting less. I'm just going to say that you are getting less, but there's a big drop off over here. Got to be careful. I was flying through here one night, and there's that little washout right there. I about busted my hiney. Head up here to my next little series, dirt roads. Unless you just have a big budget, you know, this thing will break the bank account. It will. It just will. And so, you know, cost is definitely a downside to it. I think it's worth it. I really do. I'm going to say that. I do, but it's a lot of money. So it's got to be a downside for me. So number 2, the price. All right, number 3. Number 3 won't surprise anyone. You know, it's comfortable. The helmet is just comfortable. It feels good on your head. There are no hot spots. It is just just beautiful. Everything about it feels right. I love this helmet. It is more comfortable than any helmet I have ever worn in my life. Like I talked about with the fit and finish, the comfort, the cushions inside the helmet, and the way this helmet breathes around your face, it is just unbelievably comfortable. Just unbelievably comfortable. I love everything about the way it feels. I've done long days in super hot weather, and this helmet has never created a hot spot, has never let me down or made me feel like I was super enclosed in here. You know, some helmets are more open feeling than others, and although this is not, this would be another positive, and I could put it in the list. I'm going to put it with the comfort thing, is your visibility, because you have great peripheral vision out of this helmet, just the way it's cut. And I really like that, and that's part of that fit and finish and the comfort, is that overall feeling that you can see left to right, so you're very comfortable in it. You feel good in the helmet. So comfort, definitely a big thing. All right, number four won't surprise anyone, I don't think. They know how particular I am about sound. Now, I guarantee you, some knucklehead, well, what do you expect? You expect that helmet to be quiet with you riding with that brick on the front of it? Well, you know, I don't always ride with a brick on the front of my helmets. You know, there are times I ride with just the helmet. You know, most of the riding is done with just the helmet. And knowing that, you know, it's one of those things where you go, okay, what do you expect from an adventure helmet? Now, maybe my expectation is too high. That's always a possibility. Cut back through here. Where these guys are coming from. Oh yeah. So let's talk noise. Now, when I'm just doing this kind of stuff, when I'm out, you know, cruising dirt roads and back roads and just playing, you know, that kind of thing, it's, you know, yeah. When I'm just out playing like this, you know, it's fine. When you're on the highway on this motorcycle, it's noisy. Now, what is it noisy to? It's noisy compared to a Shoei Neotech, which is a touring helmet. It's noisy to a Shoei GT Air, which is a touring slant, you know, sport bike helmet, that sort of thing. Well, it's been raining. It's been raining. But, you know, but compared to those, it's noisy. So I guess when you look at what the helmet is designed for, it's not noisy. But if you're going to use it as a touring helmet, it's a little bit noisy. I will say that on the Spyder, it's not noisy though, because you've got that big giant windshield out in front of you. Make sure ain't no car come flying around this corner and take me out. Because, you know, the Spyder has that big windshield, and so there's a lot of wind deflection going on there. And so it's not noisy on that. But on this motorcycle, you've got the little adventure windshield. You know, it's a little noisy. But most of what I do on this motorcycle is riding, you know, on dirt roads and just out scooting around playing. But I'll show you the noise. I'll get it on up to speed here. So you can hear, it's loud in here compared to my other helmets. But as soon as you get down under, say under 45, the helmet's impeccably quiet. But at highway speeds, I wish it was a little bit quieter. So that's a thumbs down. That's a nitpick, and I'm sure that all the adventure guys are going to laugh at me and go, they're just going to say, you expect too much, Bob. And that's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind expecting too much. All right, number 5, durability. I'm going to tell you, you know, my Shoeis, I love, y'all know I'm a Shoei fanboy. You know that. But my Shoeis are a little more fragile than this helmet. This helmet, It's like a bowling ball, man. It's a bowling ball over my bowling ball. This thing has taken some spills in the dirt. Now, I know I'm not on the concrete falling, thank you, Lord, but falling in the dirt and getting this thing covered in mud and crap and garbage and all the stuff that you get on its limbs slapping against it and all that. The finish looks unbelievably well. In fact, it still looks new. It just doesn't show a lot of hairline scratches. Now, if I had a glossy finish helmet, it may do that, but this helmet doesn't really show that. It's that flat, it's that matte finish. Really cool graphics on it. The helmet's just, it's just awesome, but it's very, very durable. I have no reason to believe that if I fell down that it would not protect my head. I mean, the helmet is rated super duper safe. The shape, the shell size, all that stuff. The durability of it, though, it's just off the chart. Absolutely off the chart. Because I've banged my head riding with other helmets, and it's, you know, cracked the fiberglass and cracked this and chipped that, and the paint chipped off and this chipped off, and this helmet doesn't seem to be doing that. But for the price, you would think it would be durable. It should be. And it doesn't disappoint. All right. So next, the next negative thing is the weight. Yes, the weight. Please don't kill me, Mr. Post Office Man. You know, it's not heavy. There again, I'm comparing apples and oranges. I know that. But I'm trying to give you something that you have a reference to. So it's not heavy compared to my Shoei Neotech. It's heavy compared to the Climb Cryos, you know, the other event, the adventure helmet by Climb. It's lighter than the Shoei adventure helmet. So it sits in the middle. But to me, I think that Arai can do better. I think they can do better. When they do, it's going to be more expensive, though. Bring the checkbook, I assure you of that. Because what they'll be doing is they'll be moving into carbon fiber to make it lighter, and they'll do something like that, and this helmet will probably be over $1,000 at that point, and that'll put it out of reach of most people. So, you know, but the weight, I think could be better. I'll drop the weight right here, and I'll drop the weight of a few other helmets right here. And then you can look at that and you can draw a correlation. Is it too heavy? No, but it could be a little bit lighter. And when I wear my buddy's Climb helmet, I see that it can be a little bit lighter. I actually feel the difference on my head, so there's that. All right, number seven. You know, number 7 surprised me. I did not expect this one. The aerodynamics of this helmet, especially with the bill on there. Now, I know people go, well, Bob, you have a brick on your face. Yeah, I've never heard that one before. But the aerodynamics, I don't wear a camera every time I ride. The aerodynamics of this helmet are superlative. When I'm up in the wind, there is no movement, there is no vibration, there is no oscillation. Even when I turn my head to the side, it doesn't push any more than my Neotech does, which I thought with this bill here that was going to create a problem. I thought when you turned your head that it was going to try to just rip your neck around and create lift, but it doesn't seem to do that. Now, when you turn your head, do you hear a little wind noise as a result of the visor? You do, but it's not yanking your head all over the place. And that really, like I said, that really surprised me. I did not expect that. Speaking of the visor works exceptionally well. You know, I put on some adventure helmets where I felt the visor was kind of encroaching in my vision, and it was very, very problematic for me. It was distracting almost. This doesn't do that. It seems to be in the right place. I don't know how many tests they did on this thing to make sure that, you know, the visor was the right height and not too tall and not too long and all that, but they got it right. So the aerodynamics on this helmet are just unbelievable. All right, so the next negative, here we go. It's not Pinlock Ready. I don't understand that. You can buy an aftermarket shield that is Pinlock Ready and then buy the Pinlock for it. But this helmet does not come Pinlock ready. It's got little vents right here in the face shield itself, which is nice. I like that. I mean, you know, it gives you more airflow on your brow, and that's really cool. It's also got very nice detents in it, so it will sit pretty much where you put it, and I really like that. But Pinlock ready it should be. When you're riding on a cold day, you have to basically open these little face vents and push the face shield up a little bit, or you're going to be riding in a fog bank, and that's just how it is. Anyone who's ever ridden in Pinlock technology understands what I'm talking about. When you go back, it's a big difference. It's a big difference. So I wish it was Pinlock ready. That's a big minus to me, and I think for the price that you pay for this helmet, it should definitely be Pinlock ready. Before we get to the last one, if you would do me a favor, give the video a thumbs up, share this with your content with your friends. Make sure you hit that notification bell, baby. You don't want to miss nothing. All right, airflow. This is my go-to helmet in the summertime. It's just my go-to helmet. The airflow is absolutely superlative. It is superlative, man. There is nothing about this thing that says I am sweating. You know, I rode last winter in it quite a bit. It seals up pretty well. I'm not going to say that it's as warm as my Knee Attack or as warm as my GT Air, because it's not. But in the summertime, in the heat and the warmth, in the spring and in the fall, when you want that good airflow, when you open the vents, you can actually tell they're open. You know, a lot of helmets, you'll get a little bit of airflow in your head, you'll feel it for a little while. But this thing, man, the airflow is just off the charts. I mean, it's just off the charts. So, as you can tell, I really like the helmet a lot. I had to look for the negatives in order to have them. Those negatives, they are real, but they're not a deal breaker for me. I love this helmet. If I could go back, would I buy the same helmet again? You know, I thought when I first got it that in a few months that I would feel that way, that I was going to have buyer's remorse. But after wearing it, and I've just grown to love this helmet. I've just grown to love it. Everything about it. You know, you guys see a lot of this helmet on the channel now. I used to just wear it on the adventure bike, but now, you know, when I grab it, this is my go-to. Man, I throw this thing on, I grab it, it's lightweight, you know, compared to the bigger full face helmets. It's lightweight compared to those, and I throw it on. I know I said it was heavy earlier, but that's in the grand scheme of things. But compared to a showy Knee Attack, it's light. And the Knee Attack is really my go-to touring helmet because of the ability to lift that chin bar up. If this had the internal mechanisms that my showy Knee Attack had, and I could lift this chin bar, this helmet would literally be the perfect helmet for me. I would never wear anything but this helmet. You'll notice also another thing I added to mine, this little light right here. This is just a little light. I can flip it up like a camp light. I can look at maps and things like that. I love having the visor up there to be able to do that kind of stuff. There's a lot of little things on this helmet that are really cool. It's very utilitarian. You know, your chin strap is exactly what you would expect. The padding, again, is what you would expect. The quality is what you would expect. You can go down the list of all of that, but this thing is definitely the Swiss Army knife of helmets. You very well, our next tour, you could quite possibly see me wearing this helmet. You could. I really like it that much, and again, when I got it, it has surprised me that I've grown to love this helmet. I purchased an aftermarket smoke gray shield. It came with a clear shield. I like the smoke gray. It's really clear. I've heard people talk about that the vision is kind of curved, I would say, you know, fisheye look because of the curvature of the shield. I have not experienced that. I've ridden in all conditions. I've ridden in sub 20 degree high teens. I've ridden in above 100 degrees. I've ridden in the rain. I've ridden in the mud. I've ridden on the pavement. I've just ridden the thing in all kinds of conditions. And the helmet is really nice. All right, well, the XD-4, man, please don't kill me, Mr. FedEx guy. We don't want that. I'll give him a wave. You always wave it to people before they kill you. With the Arai XD-4, you can tell it's something that I really like, I really believe in. You know, Arai doesn't help me out. When I do reviews, if they give me something, I'll tell you that I got this product and it was given to me. 99% of the things on this channel, I bought them. I believe in this helmet. I ordered this helmet. I paid cash for it. I laid my money down for it. So when I got it and I wasn't overly excited about it, I was a little disappointed. But like I said, the longer I ride in it, the more I love it. All right. Well, there you have it. A full review of the Arai XD-4. Is there more? Yes, there is more. You can leave a comment down below if you have an XD-4 and you can think of other things that I might have missed, and I'm sure there are many, but I love it. I absolutely love it. So 2 thumbs up for the Arai XD-4 from the Coach Bob 3 channel. All right, well, there you have it. Another one in the book. So do me a favor. Till next time, yes you, go out, buy the motorcycle of your dreams, eat right, take care of yourself, and remember, if you're not having fun, you are definitely doing it wrong. Now you go seize the day, and I will see you on the road or the trail real soon.